if you're bold and you make moves and you're assertive and confident and all those leadership alpha type of qualities, right? What is she going to say to her friends? Hey, what's up, guys? Dale Valor here for Modern Valor Dating. Today, we're going to be talking about a subject that, I really don't think a lot of people contemplate and consider, but I think is vastly, vastly important. But before we get into that, here's what I want you to do. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and drop a comment, all right? If this is you that I'm going to be talking about, I want to know about it. All right. What is it that I'm talking about? I'm talking about what do you want her to say to her friends about you? All right. So we're going to hop into that right now. All right, guys, so check this out. When you're sitting around and you're talking to your friends about a new girl that you're kicking it with, right? Maybe it's a girl you went on a few dates with. Maybe it's a girl that you pulled the other night for a one-night stand. Maybe it's a girl you've been seeing for a while, but your friends, who knows, man, maybe you're in college and you just got back into town, whatever, right? What's one of the first things that your friends are going to ask you about her? What does she look like, right? That's going to be probably the first question. Oh, what's this girl look like, right? That's going to be the first question out of your friends' mouths, okay? Now, when we're talking about women talking to their friends about you, now here's the deal. It's almost in reverse. Your looks are kind of the last thing they talk about, all right? Generally, what it's going to be is, who is he? What does he do? What's he about? What's his story? What's he trying to do? All these things that they're basically asking about your intrinsic value. All right. When they're sitting around having a conversation, chopping it up about you, you guys have been seeing each other for a little bit of time. Maybe you went out 3 or 4 times, and now her friends are questioning her like, oh, how come you're not coming out on the weekends no more? Oh, I've been seeing this guy. What's he like? What's he do? What does he like to do? What have you guys done? So that's what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to women, they're going to talk about who you are, not what you look like. Now, if there's some kind of quality about yourself that's going to stand out looks-wise, she might bring that up as like a little cherry on top, okay, if she's bragging about you, all right? But it's not going to be the first thing that you're going to be talking about, I promise, all right? All right, guys, we're going to hop into the next tip. All right, guys, so what she says and what she reacts to are 2 different things, okay? So what I mean by that is she's talking to her friends about you. Now, she doesn't want to tell her friends, oh, I'm seeing this guy that's a loser. I'm seeing this guy's a clown, but I keep seeing him. Or, I'm seeing this guy and he's just a raging asshole, but, she's not going to say anything like that, most likely, all right? Here's what she's going to say. If you are a little bit on the timid side, if you're a little bit reserved, and you're not really making any moves, and you're kind of waiting on her, this is what she's going to say about you. He's really nice. He's really sweet. He's a really good person. That's what she's going to say. Now, on the onset, those aren't bad qualities. You should be a good person. You should be nice. You should be sweet to an extent. But by her saying that, that's almost code for he's a nice guy. So now her friends are like, oh, okay, this guy's probably kind of lame. Right? Now she's not going to come right, and their friends are going to be like, oh, this guy's probably some kind of buster. They're probably just going to be like, look, that sounds great. I'm happy for you. And then in their minds, and then they're thinking, oh, this guy's a lame. And then when they go and talk amongst each other without that girl being around, they're kind of laughing at her, talking about her a little bit. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. What she says about you and how she's going to react to you is two different things. So, in other words, if you're bold and you make moves and you're assertive and confident and all those leadership alpha type of qualities, right? What is she going to say to her friends? She's going to say, like, this guy, he just has a presence about him. He's charming. He has like a magnetic personality. Those are the things that she's going to say, and her friends are going to feel that, okay? She's not going to say, like, oh, in likelihood, she's probably not going to say, oh, this guy's super alpha or anything like that. She's not going to use that kind of verbiage. But all her friends are going to know what she means by that, all right? And she's also going to tell you what it is that she wants. Again, that's not necessarily what she's going to respond to. On the one side of her mind, yeah, like those types of, I want a guy that's a nice guy, all right? But on the emotional part of her mind, she's going to be thinking more along the lines of, like, man, I wish this guy would just fucking make a move. Like, I would be so turned on if that happened. But she's not going to verbalize that because it's not the right and proper thing to say. All right? All right, guys, we'll see you in the next tip. Here's the main cure right here. All right? This is how you want her to talk to her friends about you. Act like it. If you want her to say to her friends, like, oh, this guy's so assertive, I've never been with a guy that's just so masculine and things like that, then that's how you have to behave. That's how you have to come across. If you're afraid to take the bull by the horns, she's not going to talk about you in that manner. She's going to revert back to, oh, he's sweet, he's a nice guy, blah, 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 blah. But if you want her to think of you as being assertive, confident, a leader, a guy that takes charge, then you have to take the bull by the horns and be that. All right? I mean, I know it sounds super simple, but sometimes simple is the right answer. If you want to be perceived a certain way, act that certain way. All right, we'll see you in the next tip. All right, so here's the deal. You're acting how you want to act for her to talk to her friends about you being a particular way. Sharing what she really thinks about you, okay? Now, here's the thing. The best way to do that, like I said before, is to actually be that. But when you do that, it also opens up the door for you to be able to screen for what it is that you want. You have a standard, right? So now she's going to tell her friends that you are high status. You have standards. You enforce boundaries. Is she going to say it like that? Probably not, unless she watches these videos, which she probably don't. But the thing is, man, look, if you're able to screen for what it is that you want and you're able to verbalize it, you're going to get what you want. You have to ask for what you want in order to get it. If you don't ask, it's not just going to fall in your lap, and neither is she. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next tip. All right, guys, so once you know what you want and you're screening for it because you're verbalizing it, here's the deal. If she responds in the way that you want, in what makes sense for you, reward her for that behavior. Because here's the deal. The reinforcement of that is just training somebody to act the way that you want them to act and what you think is acceptable. All right, so now, what is she going to tell her friends? She's going to tell them, not only is this guy assertive, not only is he confident, not only does he take action, I just find myself being feminine with him. He's a masculine guy, and I fall into that, and it just makes me feel good that I can relax in my feminine. Now, again, she's probably not going to word it like that, okay? But at the core, that's really what it boils down to. All right, so listen, We talked a lot in this video about leadership qualities and things like that, you know, being masculine, alpha type tendencies, okay? We did a video a little while back on what's an alpha. If you go and check out that video, and we're gonna link it up, if you check out that video, what you're gonna find is it goes really deep on what being an alpha really means, what leadership qualities really are, what it should look like, some of the truths, some of the myths, and I can't wait to see you there, and we will see you there right now.